keep the vow. Keep the vow. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, from 4 to 5, makes us to understand that it is better not to make a vow or promise at all than to make a vow or promise and to not keep it. It also says we should not allow our words to lead us into sin. The scripture is very clear about vow or vows or promise or promises. The scripture is telling us that it is better for you not to make a promise than to make a promise and to not keep it. Whenever a promise is made, it must be kept. Whether marital promise or vow, whether travel vow or promise, whether a promise about scholarship, whether a promise about children, any promise that is made must be kept. So the Bible is saying it is better for you not to make a promise than to make a promise and you are not able to keep it. I've come this morning to encourage you. I've come this morning to ask you to retrospect, to think about the promise that you have made to God and you have not kept it. What is the promise? Is it a promise during your marriage that you made a vow to your husband or your wife that until death do us apart? In sickness, in trials, in temptation, in any way you think about it. The words you say on the altar, are you finding it difficult to keep those words that you say on the altar? I have come this morning to encourage you to keep that promise you made on the altar. Maybe that was not your promise you made. Maybe you made a promise asking God for a scholarship opportunity and God granted your request. Have you kept that? Are you finding it difficult to keep it as well? Have you lived according to what you told God the last time? Maybe that is not in your case. Maybe your case could be you were out of job. You didn't have a job. You have sent your application from one entity to another entity, from one entity to another entity. And yet, you have not been taken. You were not taken. And you made a vow or promise to God that if He gives you a job, this is what you will do for Him. And God bless you with that job. Whether small or big, have you lived according to what you told God? Some people cry for children. And they ask God, if you do this, if you give me a child, this is what I would do. And God has blessed you with that child. Have you lived according to what you told the Lord? I don't know the situation you are faced with this morning, but I've come to encourage you to keep the vow. When vows are made, when promises are made to God or to men, that one thing you need to take into consideration, which is key in making vow or promise. The number one thing to take into consideration is prayer. Whenever a vow is made, it stimulates God. It moves God. And then once the vow is made, the devil gets busy. He doesn't want you to get your blessing from God. Because when you live according to the vow, when you ask God for something and he do it for you, and you respect the vow, God will bless you. He will do more for you. And so the devil gets busy. So the best thing to do is to pray. Anytime you make a vow, be very prayerful. Be strong in your prayer. Be very strong in your prayer. You should fast. You should pray about it. Anytime you pray and fast about a vow made, God will always remind you about that vow. And God will help you that you will not be conquered by the devil. But when you make a vow and go far from God, it makes it difficult. So anytime a vow is made, please get closer to God. It is not too late. Please try to keep the vow. I don't know the type of vow you made yesterday. I don't know the type of vow you made last night. I don't know the type of vow you made last week. I don't know the type of vow you made last month. I don't know the type of vow you made last year. But I have come to encourage you this morning to keep that vow you made. That promise you made to God. That promise you made to your fellow men. That promise you made in your church. That promise you made in your community. That promise you made in your school. That promise you made at your job site. That promise you made in your home. Keep the promise. Pray about it. Let the Lord help you. In Jesus' mighty name. May God bless these words and satisfy them in our heart. Happy weekend.